Welcome, podcast listeners. It is episode number 343 of the Fret Talk podcast. You are joined this week by your host, Mr. BudgetPedalChap. Yeah, that's me. I am a 6-string botherer this week because it just felt right. You're also joined by Jeff. Say hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
I'm confused. It's got the wrong name. It's, of course, Mr. Matt Quine. Say hello, Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah. Oh, confusion over. Yeah, you logged on with the name Jeff, and I thought, I know this man. I've seen this guy
That's
before.
Not Jeff.
Yeah. I've had somewhere in the region of probably a good 250 episodes worth of practice to know that this is not Jeff.
Yeah. You have. I snuck in, tried to do the alias thing to see whether you'd notice, and you caught done straight away.
Yeah. That's it. Must try harder. Maybe fake mustache and a monocle. We'll see. We'll see next time.
Okay, I'll bear that in mind.
like Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh dear. Like we seem to mention The Simpsons an awful lot on this podcast. I think it sits in a sweet spot for all of our collective. We've all picked up on eras of The Simpsons throughout our life, even though we're slightly different ages, all of us. It's been constant.
But I mean, the Simpsons basically was the only non-kids cartoon on British TV for about 15 years. Before South Park and Family Guy became a thing, and got on, and we all got Sky. If you wanted to watch a cartoon that wasn't aimed at 6-year-olds, it was The Simpsons at 6 o'clock on a BBC Two.
Yeah, it was.
So
yeah.
Everybody for a good 10 years worth of people went, I guess we're watching The Simpsons then.
Yeah, much like programs like The Fresh Prince and Buffy the Vampire Slayer and stuff like that. They were the things that you watched because I suppose it's on. And yeah, I think we've gone past that now, haven't we? Because we've got basically everything that streams on demand. I was talking to my wife about this the other day, actually, because our son has grown up in an era where television is just on demand, and we told him no, in our day we had to wait for it to come on television. It would be on once a week, and if you missed it, you'd beg that your parents weren't watching the TV at that point, and if you missed it, it was gone. You might get to catch up on it in a year or two's time, but it was basically gone. It was nah, you're lying.
Well, that's it. But the other thing is you talk. Obviously, you say about that. I don't know anybody under the age of 40 who's ever paid for Sky.
Okay.
And that was the way to watch content when I was up until I was about 20-ish. My parents had Sky, all my friends' parents had Sky, and then we all moved out, and we'll either get Now TV if you want the sport, or very occasionally somebody will be that obsessed with sport that they want all of the sports channels and will get Sky. But I don't think I know anybody that I went to school with that has got a
Sky subscription,
any connection, or even plugged their TV into the free terrestrial channels, because everyone just watches Amazon Prime or Netflix or Disney Plus or Apple TV or whatever they are, the streaming services.
Yeah,
and I would actually say I probably watch more YouTube than any of them anyway.
Yeah, same here. My missus is big into the the streaming services. She'll pick up on she'll gravitate towards a series of something, be it a new Netflix series or just something that she missed out on back in the day. So like she watched through the entirety of Gilmore Girls, which is getting on for like 15, 20 years old now. And she just went, yeah, I know this is a long-running series. I'll watch this. And so I ended up just watching that. And like, we watched Game of Thrones, and we're going back through Game of Thrones now as well, despite knowing how it ends. The middle bit is actually, it's pretty decent. And like watching it now that we kind of know the storyline and can grasp who some of the people are, rather than just being bombarded with like shitty fake sci-fi names. It's just just like, who's the guy?
Yeah.
Like, is he important? Oh, he's dead. Okay. Like, I'll forget he ever existed. And that happened quite a lot. Like, I remember watching the Red Wedding. Spoilers for anyone who's not a Game of Thrones fan, or is
spoiler for something that happened like 13 years ago.
Yeah, like just pre-spoiler warnings here. But like, I watched the Red Wedding. I understood that some of the people were important, but I couldn't have named you half of them. And like watching it back again, I'm like, motherfucker, this guy's killing that guy, and like they're like proper people.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's I mean, it's quite exciting. But I don't watch that stuff. Like if my missus is out, I don't switch the television on. Like, I'll either have my phone with YouTube and I'll catch up on the week's stuff. Like, so I'll catch up on like Steve Cassidy's guitar stuff. I'll catch up on the Budget Guitar Show, a bit of John Robson, all of these these guys. Jason Morton's one I have to catch up on this week because it's a fucking chunky video. It's like 40 minutes worth of redoing a pedal board, and it was released this evening. So. I'll catch that up over like the next 2 or 3 nights. But I'll either do that or I'll stick on my PlayStation 2 and absolutely suck at Gran Turismo 4. But if you get rich enough, you can upgrade your cars to a point where no one else stands a chance, and that is my tactic. Be rich. I'm basically the Batman of the racing world. So that's my tactic. Just like taking the corners really badly, going, I am the knight.
Yeah. Using other cars as brakes.
Yeah, like using them like bumper cars. Yeah, it's fantastic. Like if it were a real racing competition, I would be banned. I would be banned straight away. But it brings me joy.
Banned before the end of race 1.
Yeah, like the second corner. The race would be stopped and they'd say, get out.
Yeah, black flag.
Yeah.
No, off. Come on now. You can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, like literally, like I'd be gone. They'd seize my car because they'd be like, you're not allowed that. Like, that's clearly a weapon in your hands. So, well, yeah, probably be arrested. But in the video game world, that's what I do. So I don't tend to watch like any of the streaming services and watching terrestrial television, well, it's just not a thing.
Yeah. I was trying to work out, we were talking about this the other day, I was trying to work out the last time that I'd watched live TV that wasn't a sporting event that I wanted to watch.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was the last episode of Game of Thrones that I stayed up till midnight to watch. Because I was like, whatever happened in the second to last episode, that can't, like, I don't understand what and yeah, obviously, yeah.
So the second to last episode weren't that like where the White Walkers had breached like one of the northern castles, and then Arya stabs him up.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's not even that. I'm pretty sure the second to last episode is her burning the. Again, sorry, spoilers, people.
Yeah, this is like the full-on spoiler warning by this point.
I'm pretty sure it is the one
Daenerys.
where they march south and Daenerys snaps at the end of the episode when they hang Missandei.
Yeah.
The translator. and then obviously the final episode
is her just going ham on the King's Landing, isn't it?
Unless, I wonder if maybe the burning of the King's Landing is the second to last episode, and then the last episode is just them chatting shit about fucking Bran is obviously the choice to be king because
why would he
knows
not be?
Everything. What?
Yeah, why would he not be? Because he can't walk. And he's shit.
But and Jon kills her, which everyone agrees is the right thing to do, but he has to be ostracized for it. It's a bit of a crazy.
Yeah, it was like they knew that they only had one season left, but they had about 4 seasons worth of plot points to tie up.
Well, they cut them down, didn't they? They got the rights to the episodes 7, 8, and 9 of Star Trek.
Yeah.
So they decided that the last 2 seasons of Game of Thrones would be cut down from 10 episodes to 7 episodes, then 6 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, but you just lost yourself 7 hours minimum of storytelling, and you clearly needed it. You clearly fucking needed it. And obviously they pissed off. So George R.R. Martin left the script team after season 4 or 5 because he fell out with them.
Yeah, because weren't he writing books at a slower pace than they were making series?
Yeah, the series had overtaken them, but the reason why the book started to slow down was because he was with the writing team writing the scripts as well as writing the books alongside the TV show.
Yeah.
So he was involved in it's at least 4 if not 5 of the seasons. He's involved in the script and the dialogue and obviously you have to cut bits out. I don't know whether you know, but in the books, after the Red Wedding, Catelyn Stark becomes a ghost and haunts people. But obviously that's not in the show.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously they couldn't do everything because those books are 1,000 pages long each, and they physically didn't have the time for all that. So he was there saying this is the best way to cut things out and keep the story consistent. But yeah, he disappears after about season 5, and the dialogue kind of does fall off a little bit. You can tell once you know that. Yeah. But the end definitely it will, if he writes it before he dies, the end will definitely not be as rust and chaotic.
Yeah, it felt very much like episode 3 of Star Wars, where they'd taken so much time in the first and second episode, and they knew that by episode 4 this lad needs to have turned to the dark side and needs to be Darth Vader. It was a real fucking sudden thing. Just in the middle of
just crowbar this in.
Yeah, but it was basically oh yeah, I'm a Jedi. Oh, I can't be a Master Jedi. Oh, I'm a bit sad. And then, I suddenly want to kill children. And there's a little bit there. I'm gonna put my hands up here and say I haven't watched episode 3 in a very, very long time, so I could be remembering it not accurately, but that's my my impressions of it from way back when.
I mean, you're a better man than I, because I attempted to watch episode 2 3 times, fell asleep every time, and decided Star Wars wasn't for me anymore.
Yeah. So
that was my experience, because nothing happens in episode 2. It's long. I don't know if anything happens at the end of it, but certainly for the first hour and a half, fuck all happens.
Yeah, and that is the issue. Unfortunately, there's not a slow demise of Anakin Skywalker, which you'd kind of expect. There's a little bit, there's little bits of hinting with it, but it's not a quick enough trajectory for episode 3 to make sense, basically. And they shoehorn in new characters. Oh, there's a robot with 4 arms that kills Jedis. He's suddenly come from somewhere, yeah, it's just not very good. You can skip episode 2 basically, and episode 3. Just watch the original trilogy again. It's fine.
Again, I liked the original trilogy as a 7-year-old. I liked episode 1 as an 11-year-old.
Yeah.
I watched them back as a 20-year-old and went, these are kids' films. And that really annoys a lot of people.
Yeah, they are very much so. Yeah, especially kind of the later end of the original trilogy. You can see where they're shoehorning in, like the Ewoks,
Toys.
And it's just, cuddly
like,
little teddy bears. Like, these will make
these will sell really well in the merchandise stalls.
Yeah, and it was that, wasn't it? We're close to a quarter of an hour in, and we've not even talked about guitars yet. We talked about movies. It's all staining. Like,
I don't even know where it came from.
No, I'm going to put my hands up here and say I'm incredibly tired. I've got my son and my missus are ill from just a stinking cold, and I think I'm getting a bit of it. But from that, I've also been burning the past 9 o'clock oil. It's not midnight oil because I'm not stupid, but I've done a bit of video editing this week where I should have gone to bed, and that's catching up with me as well.
Ruined you.
Yeah. I'm also gonna mention that we've got a sponsor for this episode. Quarter of an hour in, we've got a sponsor. It's affordable.co.uk. As always, affordable.co.uk brings you pedals from DemonFX, JSA Effects, Mosky, Joyo, 40, Caline, Nux, and the other one, Moval, and potentially coming up, the guitar pedal brand Cord, I think, CORD. Cord as in a cable, not cord as in the thing that is made up of a bunch of notes that you play on a guitar. They look quite nice. They will be coming up. I will mention this week, if you are after some JSA stuff, there's some stuff coming back in stock, but Mr. Affordable noticed that there were some people who were after the tone flexor when I did the demo. Thank you. You're welcome. And because they were made in such short numbers, and it was a case of when they came in, it was the first person to press order. There were quite a few people who were disappointed because they just couldn't get hands on it. So I think Simon, JSA, and Affordable are doing a little pre-order system where you can put yourself down for basically certain JSA products that are coming back in. So check that out. I don't know how it works yet, but just check it out if you are interested. This week on the No Talk or Tone series will be, or has been, sorry, because this will have been last Friday for you lot, the Hot Toddy, the production model version. So if you do fancy it, and I do suggest it, it's so good that I've got 3. About the same as a Mojo's. You know how much I like that. Check out affordable.co.uk because that's where you find out the info. We start the podcast, and I'm using the word start very loosely.
Loosely.
Yeah. We start the podcast with a dollop of shit news, don't we? A big old dollop of shit news. And it's guitar related. It's not Star Wars related or the end of Game of Thrones related, like we seem to have done this week. But we're going to start off with shit. I think we have already started off with the ending of Game of Thrones, which we can all agree was shit.
It's shit news from about 2014, but it's still shit news. It
is, yeah. Shit news never dies. So we're talking about Danelectro this week, and it pains me because I love the Danelectro DC59. It is the guitar that got away from me. However, when I bought it, it was 169 quid, and that felt right. That felt right. Mainly because Danelectro guitars usually are made of a material called masonite. And masonite is a fancy word for, basically plasterboard. No, it's like compressed chipboard, I think, is what it is. So not what you would suggest is a tone wood. So yeah, they were always I think last week I reported on this. I'd put it on my my Insta, and Ian Hollands, he put up a message basically saying we used to take the piss out of these in the 70s. Like they were considered like shit toy guitars because they were basically they're very similar to like the Sears catalog ones. Little bit like not really serious instruments. The one that I got was fine. It was quirky, like it definitely had a sound, but it was a playable instrument and I really enjoyed it. I may be looking back at it with rose-tinted glasses, but I'm going to stand by that statement and say, like, legitimately was an interesting instrument. Would play. I definitely would play. This was from the era, like I say, it was 169 quid when I got it. So it was, I think, a maple centre block, maple neck rosewood board, but then just masonite top and back, which, like I say, is basically like chipboard. So, I mean, it is what it is. It had its charm, and it had a very, very unique tone. Like the lipstick pickups, the aluminium bridge, the aluminium nut, and this weird like not tone wood construction meant that it had a really distinctive tone. These new ones, the Dan Electro 59ers, are a classier version. They look like they are much, much better finished. They've got much more attention to detail with them. They've not got the full-on classic look of the DC 59 because they don't have like the weird kind of yin-yang scratch plate, which is part of the charm of the Danos. But it doesn't have that, and it's just like a flat colour on the front, but also has got like an F-hole that's got a finished F-hole, so that it looks good. It's also got a recessed bridge, which the old one that I had didn't. It was just bolted on top of on top of like the centre block part of it. So it's a much more thought about and much more considered construction. This one is, I believe, it's got a spruce top on this one as well. So it's actually using better material. So, like, now legitimate instrument. However, at the core, it is still very much a kind of studenty guitar, like a kind of throwabout, punky aesthetic. I know they're very good for like surf because they're like bright and jangly, but if you rocked up to a venue and there was a punk band and someone was playing one of these, you'd be like, yeah, checks. Because it's kind of got like that like beta throwaway instrument kind of vibe to it. It's got 21 frets theoretically. The double cut nature of it joins at about 17 and you can't get any higher than that. Like the 21st fret is there, but you can't reach it. So if you think about it almost like a kind of short scale guitar, not in terms of like the actual scale length, but in terms of the usable frettage, it's like a short scale guitar. Possibly led to the reason as to why I thought I can let this one go, because mine did go and it went for a steal. It's got the Dano lipstick pickups and it looks, I mean, they look good. They look good. But they are £633. They're asking £633 for this. It's
Yeah. Like in terms of like iconic guitars, obviously Dan Electro. The only thing I know that they used on is Cashmere, because I know that Page had one in Dadgad. So I assume that that's what Cashmere was written on, because that's in Dadgad.
Yeah.
I'm putting two separate bits of information that I know about Jimmy Page and putting them together and hoping that that's true.
Yeah, you are correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Either way, like everything I know about these, like either the DC-59, and there was another shape, isn't there? There's like a Les Paul-ish, like a flat-topped.
Oh, there is. Yeah.
Les Paul Dano shaped. But everything I know about the Dano guitars is everyone sees them basically as a toy and a gimmick.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Like, okay, this is now not made out of plasterboard, but like, are people really going to pay 650 quid for a guitar with lipstick pickups and a bridge that you can't intonate?
I think these bridges look like you can probably intonate them, because they are.
Maybe you can a little bit, but like either way, like, I don't think anybody's actually looking for that sound for more than a song for a gimmick.
Yeah,
are they?
Yeah, they're kind of. It's very rare that you want like sparkly, jangly pop noise, unless you are in a. Like, if you're in a Led Zeppelin tribute and you want one for like Kashmir and Black Mountain Side, and there's another couple of tunes, I think Travelling Riverside Blues as well used the Dano. But apart from that, like, if you're after that kind of vibe, these are the only thing that will do that thing.
Yeah, but surely you don't want to pay 650 quid for a guitar for 4 songs when you're in a tribute band.
Well, I mean, if you're looking to...
I guess you're probably going to pay that for the fucking Epiphone double neck, aren't you?
Yeah. Which you'll, again, crack out for about... Because you'll crack that out for
2 songs.
Stairway, Song Remains the Same. You might do... I think Jimmy Page was saying that he did the Rain song on that one as well. Like, he'd do it in the set where he'd do, like, Song Remains the Same and then follow up with the Rain song on the 6th string. You're doing maybe... handful of songs out of the set. Again, same with the Dano, handful of songs out of the set, mainly relying on what you'll probably get is a Les Paul standard. Like, to get the Jimmy kind of look, like a cherry burst, like cherry sunburst Les Paul standard. Yeah. If you're in a Zepp tribute, you might go for it. If you're in a band that does music really similar to, like, kind of early Kinks, Beatles, early Stones, kind of that 60s sugar pop kind of era, this could do that kind of sound.
It would, but would you pick this over like a classic vibe Jazz Master or Jaguar that'll do that kind of bright pop sound?
I'd probably go for an Electromatic Jet if I was honest.
Yeah, my problem with the Gretsch Electromatics is they've all got them pick those broad strong pickups, and they're very, very dark sounding. They're not authentic at all. That's my criticism of the Electromatic range, is all the pickups are not traditional Gretsch voiced pickups.
Do they not have?
Whereas I guess.
Do they not have any with the D'Angelico single coils, like the kind of P90-esque? Not anymore.
Not in those lower ranges. In fact, I'm not even sure if they do anything with them in the more expensive stuff. Everything is either a P90 or a black top Filtertron, or those Broadtrons under $1,000 pretty much, unless it's a signature model.
Yeah, I'm not like, because you get in for like 630 odd quid, you might get low end Electromatics. I don't know. I'm gonna check. Electromatic. Here we go. So far, so no. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's just P90s. That's just P90s. There's a like 799 Gretsch Electromatic Pristine, which pristine limited centre block Bigsby dark cherry metallic. So kind of double cut with P90s, and that'd probably do better than the. I'd pay that all day, every day over the Dano. But it does, it's looking as if the what do you call it? It's the D'Angelico single coils just don't exist within that kind of range anymore, which is that's really sad because they used to do those when I were a lad. It doesn't look as if they do it in any other makes, do they? It's really, really bad. No. Oh man.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think I've seen it in any of them because I've been looking at Gretches ever since that Chris Rocker was released. Yeah. I'm trying to convince myself I don't need another Gretsch, considering I've already got one, and I just need to fucking get the wiring sorted that I fucked.
I mean, fair. It's a fair assessment. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. But again, I think I'd still go for a Gretsch and maybe run a brighter amp with it than run one of these Dan Electros. Or, like you say, a Jazzmaster. Or
like a classic vibe Jazzmaster or Jaguar.
Yeah.
Will do that bright kind of. Obviously, it'll be a slightly different flavour of bright, but it's that bright, jangly pop sound broadly in it.
Or even just a Telecaster, like certain Telecasters get that kind of like middle position Telecaster. You get that kind of hollow, sparkly sound. Yeah. It's a tough sell, isn't it? It's white shit news of the week because as cool as the colours are, because they've basically done like a traffic light system with it. You've got green, gold, and red. So it's like green, yellow, red kind of traffic light thing. And they look really cool. They're very vibrant colours. And I think because they've upped the production quality of them, they'll definitely, like 400 quid, you go, it's a bit much, but they've put the effort in with this one. I'll give it a serious consider. For over 600, it's just no way, is there? Because again, you're getting close to the Nick Johnston, like Strat and Telly for that, aren't you? Like they're broadly within...
second hand. Yeah.
Oh, second hand, you could get it like easily. I've seen the second hand Nick Johnstons go for like 500. So, yeah, because what are they, like 750-ish for the...
No, they're $1,000 now.
Oh, are they? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's a lot more than 600. But
yeah, both the if you can find any tellies that are left, because I don't think they're making them anymore, or they don't seem to be, because everywhere seems to be pretty much out of them.
Oh,
there's like 2 or 3 left.
It was one of the guitar show.
Yeah. I mean, there's not many left. I know GAC are out of them. Andertons have 1 left in 1 colour. Guitar, I've got a couple. But yeah, I keep looking at them as maybe a guitar to buy as well, despite the fact that I don't need another telly.
I mean, you've literally got like the Schecter, not Nick Johnston version of that. The only thing that's different is
it's got a P90, not a humbucker.
But that's it. Yeah, the only thing that's different is the humbucker.
It's also got it's got a rosewood fretboard, and it doesn't have locking tuners. Okay.
Interesting. Like you give with the one hand, but take with the other. Okay, I see you. It's
also I also didn't realise that the PT I've got is Indonesian, not Korean.
Okay.
I mean, it plays incredibly well, and I didn't even notice. It was only because I watched the video on them.
Yeah.
That I found out. But yeah, like the craftsmanship's great anyway. But yeah, they're Indonesian made, not Korean as I thought they were.
Yeah. Crazy. Right, so that's a shit news for this week. We are running a little bit late. This on this episode. Yeah,
No.
okay. I did mention that I'd done a video on the hot toddy. I'll mention a little bit more on that. Yeah, just it's kind of celebrating the production run of the hot toddy. Like I've done videos on 2 different hot toddies before this one, because I've got one of the original runs where it was like all Vero board build, and then the next run, which was like a revised version with a diode switching in it. So like a slightly different version. It's gone back to more of an original design for it, because like he liked the first design basically, and it makes it less complicated to build as well. And the fact that it's less complicated to build means that he can do them at £100. So he's got them on PCBs now, so that's taken a lot of the build time out of it. And then going back to that original, just let's call it as it is, like very Timmy inspired transparent overdrive, but using discrete op amps rather than like IC op amps, which I think his description of it is as good as any, which is like using the discrete op amps, it brings more of a dynamic, like it brings out more of the dynamics with it. So it's not as compressed, very pick responsive, and just kind of feels a little bit more like you're playing an amp than you're playing an overdrive pedal. So really, really dynamically responsive. And it, like, if you push the gain up, you do get the big kind of crunchy tones and like a bit more added compression. But because it's built around the discrete op amps rather than the ICs, the gain sweep is so smooth you can go all the way to like a kind of crystal clean on it. So it's a beautiful pedal. I love the toddy. But yeah, that video is out last Friday. Because that's how time works. But I also, the reason why I am a little bit tired this week is because I had an idea for a video on pedal boards of doom, and then feverishly recorded like my life depended on it. Because,
of course you did.
Yeah, you get it in your mind, and you're like, I know what I want to do for this video. And then it's just a case of doing it. But doing it requires time. Yeah.
But you also can't think about doing anything else until you've done that thing.
Yeah.
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 Some listeners won't know what you're talking about, but yes.
Yeah. So I did that basically, which, like, to the detriment of my sleeping patterns. However, it's based on the 2 Notes Genome software, like the plugin for the DAW, which, in essence, is like an entire guitar suite for your DAW. So think like Helix Native, but whereas Helix Native is kind of just amps, effects, and like cabs, amps, effects, kind of all of the stuff that you'd have in a modeler. The Genome kind of strips it back, so you've got, I think, something like 9 different amps, 7 different drive pedals. There's a couple of like studio-based modulation, but then there's also like pedal-based modulation as well. So you get like the sound of a Phase 90, but then like if you want a flanger, it's like a studio flanger. So like all of these kind of similar things, but like a stripped back, so you're not got tons and tons and tons of choice. You get the Dyna IR stuff that you get with the wall of sounds, but the interface for it is a lot less complicated. because you look at some of the settings on Wall of Sound, and there's like 10 different settings for like contour and like age of the speaker and all of this stuff. It's all available still within there, but it strips it back to like, here's the microphone you're using, here's the cab you're using, choose the position. You've got two different mics that you can put on any cab at one time. Beautiful, just really simplified, really intuitive, but still using that Dyna IR software. So basically, the stuff that we talk about with very high regard when it comes to like using a DAW.
Yeah,
you've got that, but then on top of that, you've got like studio finishing tools for your guitar track. So there's like studio compressor, there's like limiter, exciter, post EQ, studio reverb, studio delay, all of the stuff that you might like put on a guitar track in your DAW, but all built into this plugin. So you don't have to then put like plugin number 2, plugin number 3, plugin number 4 on top of what you've already got. You can basically you can sculpt your guitar tone so that you can just throw it into a mix, like straight in just with that one plugin. So it's basically, I describe it as like a one-stop shop for like built-in guitar tones. And then I show off what it can do. So I recorded a bunch of tracks, as I tend to do. It tends to take me a couple of weeks to do that usually. I did it all in one night. Because again, I was excited. Yeah. So we've got a Van Halen inspired track. We've got, I'm not even going to say which specific 70s country / rock band it is, because they're very litigious, especially on the old YouTube. Don Henley will get his lawyers on you. Oops, I've said too much.
I was about to say, is it a band that you might, if you had a double neck for Jimmy Page, you might also play one of their songs, but you've then just got to name the drummer?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don, what's his name? Don Felder, who played the double neck SG, along with Joe Walsh. If you know who these people are, you might understand which specific
what band he's talking about.
Yeah, what fast lane that I've been living in for this track.
Just take it easy, all right?
Yeah, I will do. Yeah, otherwise there will be a heartache tonight. Whee! Yeah, so I've made it so that it's very specifically not that song, but you can hear it, but it's not as close as I get with other songs because they are very, very.
You just can't.
Yeah, those guys are very, very hot on it, and if you get a little too close, then you will get burnt. There's another song as well. I can't remember who it's by. Oh yes, aha. There's a feature on it that basically is like the TC Electronic Mimic, so it like double tracks guitars. And I thought, who double tracks guitars? Who's like known for double tracking guitars? Thought, I know, fucking Randy Rhoads, innit? Like he's like,
oh no,
he's so well known for his double tracking ability that he would double track solos because he's that fucking good. I'm not that good. I get a button to do it. So we do. Yeah, I think the track I named was called Unhinged Locomotive. So you'll get an idea.
I wonder what that could possibly be.
Yeah, we're okay though. I've checked like the copyrights, and we're all good.
So you've not been pre-struck before you've released it?
No, I haven't. I did for that one. I got the Les Paul out as well, which was fantastic. So good, so good.
When was the last time you played that Les Paul?
last time I did a video that required the Les Paul. I can tell you, actually, it was the Jim's 800 because I used it for the Rolling Stones track.
Right, okay, yeah.
Sorry.
That makes sense.
The rotating pebble track. No, it's all right. That one's been out for long enough that I know that I'm not going to get a strike on that one. But yeah, so I had so much fun doing this one. I did like absolutely wear myself out doing it, but I had so much fun. So that will be out tomorrow at 6:30. And if I am an absolute mental, it will be just after the video that I release on my own channel that isn't recorded yet, but I have a feeling the same thing's gonna happen.
Because you've now decided what it is.
Yeah. I've like written up all the script for it, and I know what it's supposed to be. I just need to record it, and yeah, I think I might go at that feverishly. But we'll see. We'll see if I manage to get it out by Tuesday. If not, it'll be by next Tuesday, and we'll talk about it on the next podcast. Whoa! That felt cathartic. That did, just getting out all of that, like confessing my content creating sins.
Your sins.
Yeah. Let's talk about. We're going to leave the Wampler for next week, I reckon. We're going to talk about the court because I feel they deserve some retribution. Because about 3 weeks ago, we put them in shit news of the week for a HSS guitar that was a bit expensive. Now, these were at the guitar show in Birmingham, and in person, they looked fantastic. So I am more convinced that those like grand plus courts were probably actually worth it, and we were wrong. However, they also had these ones, which are the Court G250 HSS, which I think the show price was about $220. They're not $220, they're $258, I think now. So you're probably talking like $260, $270 on most websites. It's an HSS guitar, which, as some people pointed out on my Instagram this week, that doesn't require any originality, does it? No, it doesn't, but it makes me happy. So please, just
nor does nice. Any fucking pickup configuration at this point. They've all been done.
Yeah. What
name a pickup configuration that hasn't been done? We haven't thought of it. Nobody wants one. Nobody wants it. Whatever it is, nobody wants.
PSS. So P90 single.
Vintage.
But
vintage do want
no neck pickup P90.
That's just psychopath behaviour.
It's wrong.
And somebody will have made one somewhere. What I want that doesn't exist anywhere is a Telecaster bridge pickup, a humbucker in the middle, and a P90 in the neck.
Oh. I mean, you went,
and I don't think it exists.
You went off piece there, and initially I was shocked and disgusted, but I think I'm for it. I think I'm okay with that. The thing that draws me to these courts, the 250 SE HSS, is the fact that they look very much like the Pacifica. They've got a very similar look. They also fix one of the massive downfalls of a lot of Strat style guitars in the fact that they've got a volume and an A-tone. So that's perfect, isn't it?
Actually usable.
Yeah. It will make you happy, Matt, because it's got a covered humbucker, a chrome covered humbucker.
Yeah. Which is the correct way to have a humbucker.
Indeed. It's a 2-point trem system, which is the best ones. They are just they're not shit, which is good because they're not shit. And they've got roasted maple necks. So all in all, pretty fucking stoked that these things exist.
Yeah.
The colours are potentially the bit that lets them down. but they're not bad colours. They're just not vibrant, are they? They've got like the one of them is really similar in colour to the Harley Benton HSS Fusion that I've got. It's that like olive, like kind of
olive green,
and with the roasted maple fretboard as well. It looks really nice. It like sets that colour off really nice. Yeah. The burgundy one is a bit dark. It's just a bit on the side of brown rather than like red.
I also like how they've ironically called it vivid burgundy when it's one of the least vivid colours I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. I think the vivid is in quotation marks. Vivid burgundy. Out of the lot of them, I think if they don't call it ice blue, then ocean blue grey. It should be called ice blue. It should be called ice blue. Like ice blue grey maybe, but like out of the lot, I think that's the one I'd go for. The black one is probably the one that looks closest to my Variax, if I'm honest.
Yeah. It is.
But I've been on record saying that the Variax isn't the Variax that I would have bought if I had any choice in colour. I mean, it's my guitar. I like it, but I don't play it because it looks the best thing. If that were the case, I'd be playing the Ibanez Fireman all the time because that's clearly the coolest one. But it doesn't sound like the Variax. The one thing that I would change is the single coil pickups. They're like black covers on a black guard. I would have either cream or white just to get them to pop a little bit. And I think then we're all good. But pickup covers don't cost a hell of a lot, do they? So
no.
I think Court have probably done a good on there. And the thing is, like, so many companies use Court's factories to make their guitars. Court know how to make a guitar. So they're going to be good. They're going to be really good. Yeah, to me, it just looks like an HSS Pacifica that's got a roasted maple neck. And, like, that's kind of what I want.
If they released this at the start of last year, you'd have probably had one of these instead of one of the Harley Bentons.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, I don't think I would have had the Fusion 3. I probably would have still had the Fire Mist one because that's just too good of a deal not to. But I don't think I would have gone for the second one because this just looks... I'm not going to say it looks better because the Fusion is a guitar that I tend to gravitate towards, actually. It's the one that I used for the Van Halen tune because it's a Super Strat, isn't it? It's a Super Strat, but it looks a bit like a Strat. So I used it for that Van Halen tune in the Genome video. So I do like the guitar, but yeah, I probably would go for the ocean blue grey Court. I think it's wicked. Tell you what's also similar to this in the fact that it's like an affordable version of a guitar that we've definitely me and you have badmouthed over the podcast history is the Strandberg Bowden Essentials, but we're going to leave that for another week. We're going to leave that for another week because I think, I think we shouldn't mention that was fig. Matt, we haven't done what you've been up to this week. I'll tell you what, let's treat ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't actually been up to that much, so it's not the biggest thing. The main thing I've been doing is working out what gear I need to take away because it all needs fucking pat testing because venues in the UK seem to, or wedding venues certainly want pat tested gear. So I've got to work out what amp I'm taking. I've had to make up the pedal boards and then, so I think last week I mentioned that I built the Marcus Deluxe board finally.
Yeah.
And then one day this week I then finished the other rail. So basically the front two rails, the drive section can come off and I can put a different one on.
Yeah.
And so I've built the one for my Marshall. I haven't tested it all out yet, but it's going to work because all of the things worked on the floor, so they'll work. I'm confident in that. What I just need to do now is get it all pat tested in case I emergency decide to not take the Vox and take the Marshall for whatever reason, or maybe take the Hughes and Kettner. Or maybe I'll just take all of it and then I have the option, because it's in a barn outside, or not a barn outside, but it's basically the wedding venue is effectively like a converted barn for the party. So they're like the hotel for all the nice shit where you sit down and thing, and then the party afterward is in a converted barn. So there's a big area for us, which means I can fill the space, which means maybe I'll take some. I don't know what I'll take. It's like 4 weeks away and I have no idea what I'm taking. But
nice.
So I'll just get everything pat tested. But yeah, basically been prepping for that. So yeah, building that final piece of the jigsaw, and then emptying my box of cables that I haven't emptied since I made it my box of cables, and finding like my old £15 ISO brick that isn't isolated at all, that I'm never ever going to use again, at the bottom of it, and going, yeah, I probably don't need to get that pat tested. Oh look, there's a power cable that I broke, literally as in broke the end off an IEC cable. It's like, yeah, I probably don't need to get that pat tested. I probably needed to bin that 7 years ago when I stamped, when I accidentally stood on it and broke it. So yeah, I've been going through that kind of stuff, binning stuff and putting stuff away that I'll never use and won't take with me. So nothing particularly exciting, just, yeah, like I say, getting ready to get this gear certified as safe, despite the fact that I don't think I've ever played a venue where my gear has been the dodgiest piece of electronics in it.
Yes, yeah. I can sympathise with that one. Yeah, it's not quite the 70s where you get too close to the microphone and then you get an electric shock and it's a 50-50 chance whether you live. But
no,
there's definitely been a few ground loops in the lighting systems of a fair few pubs. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my first non-school band gig, we managed to fuse a bar. I think I've told this story before, but literally fridges off, tills off. They couldn't do a proper check on the tills that night because the whole pub had fused. So their till system, obviously, when it turns off at the wall, just resets. They didn't know what they'd made for the day, that kind of thing. But yeah, and I've played in marquees where obviously you're playing off a generator and it's 50-50 as whether you're getting ground home off one of them at best.
I mean, it's literally sat on the ground. It's connecting a loop.
Yeah. There's a reason why I spent the extra. When I used to run stereo, I had a radial Big Shot ABY that had a phase inverter, but also had a ground lift on there.
Yes.
And you needed that because it was 50-50 as to whether you needed to use it on any of the weddings that I did that were in marquees, and that was a lot at the time.
Yeah. You just reminded me, there was a pub that we played. Oh, it was dark and wet when we played it, so it was probably October, November time. It was this really odd corner of a pub in a quite rough area, and it was a Thursday night, which we never did Thursday night gigs. We were always Friday or Saturday giggers, and very, very occasionally we'd do a Sunday. We had this weird, not even well paid, barely breaking even Thursday night gig that someone had booked for some reason. And I had a few troubles with my car. So I was already preoccupied trying to sort out, because we're in a dodgy neighbourhood, I'm trying to sort out my car, because if that goes, then we're fucked.
Yeah. Yep.
But like, I finally get in to do the sound check. We rushed for time, and because I'm using single coils, just like, whoa, this is very loud. This doesn't usually happen. And just like, no, that's the lighting system. Just gonna have to deal with that. Like, I can't play that because that's as loud as my vocals would be. Like, can't do that. So, like, started messing about. Like, none of my pedals are playing up. It is literally just the electrics in the place. Had to click down to position 4 on my Strat. Cut it. It was like, oh, okay. We are using position 4 this week. I'm usually neck pickup for the entire night. No, we're on position 4 this week. And then the occasional song, it was like Variax mode humbucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an interesting gig. That was definitely an interesting one.
I've done a couple of gigs like that where I don't notice it as much because obviously for most of the last 10 years I've only been using humbuckers. But now that I've like got the Nick Johnston, I had the Strat before that, and I've now got the telly. Like, I'll get to a venue and I'll go, oh, I'm using the middle position today. Yeah, okay. Cheers for that. And like occasionally you'll go, right, I'm doing a solo. I know that it's going to be loud enough to cover the hum and go back to the bridge and, you know, rip out the solo. And then you turn the pedal off and aren't playing for like half a second. You hear that hiss and you're like, oh, fuck, knock.
Yeah. You have to kind of finagle it into one of those like in-betweeny positions because getting neck and bridge are easy. Getting anything else it's a faff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I modified a Strat there once because I liked 2 and 4 position and didn't like having to find 2 and 4 position whilst playing. So I modified a Strat. I say I did. I paid someone to modify this Strat where I had a 3-way switch and it was like neck, bridge, and then I had on a push-pull pot middle position. So I could literally just like, I'm on the neck position, click, there we go. I'm on neck middle. But the only drawback of that is meant that I could never get just the middle on its own, but I could get all 3, which was good. And I could get neck and bridge together, which was another good one. Not humbucking because they were both wearing the same way. But that was a really interesting setup. That was really interesting.
Sounds mental.
Yeah, I don't have that guitar anymore.
I wonder whether the person who owns that guitar now, if it's still alive, realizes what the switching system is.
Yeah, like when I sold it, I explained it to the guy because it was like, it was clearly not a standard Strat, and it was very heavily modified. It was like a vintage style Strat, but that had graphite saddles on it and lock-in tuners. So it was vintage style Strat with very modern accoutrements. It was wonderful. It had horrible vintage frets though, which is probably why I ended up getting rid of it.
A skinny, horrible, like flat. Yeah, no.
Yeah, just kind of really thin and tiny, and just I think it was a 7.25 as well, which is probably the reason
Get it
why.
in the bin.
Yeah, it's just the reason why I didn't like them, because I loved the guitar, I loved the sound of it. It was a chore. It required more effort than it needed to be. But it was a guitar. Well, I think that's probably where we should end the podcast for this week, because we've got some page stuff to mention. We've definitely got some page stuff. It's confession time again this week, isn't it? It is. Right. We're going to extend a thank you to our listeners. You lot, you lovely people. You have made it this far. Thank you for just indulging us in like at least 20 minutes of us talking about television shows that we either like or don't like. That was it was good for us. I hope it was good for you. If you want to make a comment on any of the stuff that we've mentioned this week, the Fret Talk podcast group, which is definitely not facebook.com/Fret Talk podcast. It's definitely not that. But I think it's in the description of this. You can find it. There's a link to it. Just like drop down any of the discussion points this week and have a chat with us. We appreciate conversing with you. And yeah, just let's make the Fret Talk podcast group. I think we've got 199 members in that Fret Talk podcast group at the moment. Find one more. That brings it to 200. That's a nice number. So
it is.
Let's do that. Invite a friend along. We're going to extend a thank you to our sponsor, which is affordable.co.uk. Just awesome choice for just nice pedals. Some budget stuff, some legal hot water DemonFX stuff. There's like all of the choices of pedals are like carefully crafted. So the pedals that are on there are the good ones from those lines. Basically, it doesn't stock the rubbish ones, and just good for that, because it's like whatever you're picking from it is at very least good or above. So yeah, check them out. Affordable.co.uk. We're going to extend a double super special thank you to our Patreon backers, who for as little as $2 a month, you can be part of that exclusive crew. And being part of that crew gets you a shout out on the podcast every week and an extra dollop of Fret Talkiness. So you get like some bonus episodes. I don't know how many bonus episodes we're on now, but I can tell you it's definitely more than 5. a considerable amount more than 5. No, we tend to do it every week, unless it's like a particularly heavy week where, say, we've just recorded 4 hours worth of Christmas podcast, or if like we're in a particular rush where we have to get 2 episodes out in 1 week because one of us is going on holiday, you'll get an episode. It is more often than not. And we're going to extend a thank you to those people who pledge those $2 a month. I am not trying to buy time until I can find a list of people, because I'm tired and I've forgotten. Our Patreon backers are, of course, as follows. We've got Mr. Adam Yeomans of DemonFX. We've got the trifecta of Erector, Mr. Huge Erection. We've got Mr. Mike Oxlonk. We've got Mr. Gary Goldencock. We've got Mr. Ben Fletcher of Fletcher Pickups. We've got Mr. Brian Gare of the Tone Jerks podcast, the Second Button podcast, and the Off the Rails podcast. We've got Mr. Diabetes Foot. And we've got Mr. Jason Wharton of YouTube and Pedalboards of Doom. I think this week he released a video on Pedalboards of Doom about the Beatronics Vespa. And it was pure filth. Just pure filth. So check that out. Like, if you like dirty fuzzies, check that. If you want to catch me online, I am BudgetPedalChap. You find me Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Threads. And all of those are /BudgetPedalChap or @BudgetPedalChap. The No Talk or Tone series is, of course, on YouTube. And this week features the Hot Toddy production model. And potentially coming out tomorrow, a little something. Whether I get around to it or not. But we'll see. If not, it'll be next week. And Matt, where can we find you?
I am at heel_MattQ on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads.
Cool. We're still committing to not calling Twitter X.
No.
Yeah. Good.
Like,
he'll learn. He will.
I don't think he will. He's been just even more of a cretin these days.
Oh, is he? There you go.
And Like, and he's now promoting people like J.K. Rowling, who's suggesting that the Holocaust didn't happen for people who were transgender, which is wonderful. It's a really nice place to be, Twitter now.
So she's gone mental then. Nice to know.
Yeah, like it's gone from like I don't understand these people to rewriting history, which is really fun.
I mean, she likes writing. We knew that. We knew that she likes writing. But maybe leave the Holocaust alone. Just no.
I think that's probably a good thing for everyone, just in general. Just leave the Holocaust alone. Yeah.
It was a bad time for human history. Let's just not fuck with it no more, please. So from myself, Mr. BudgetPedalChap, from Mr. Matt Caline, say bye, Matt.
Bye, Matt.
Yeah, it will be a tatty bye. And good night for this week. All right,
bye.
I've been trying to break up with an optician recently. It's really hard. Every time I tell her that I can't see her anymore, she moves an inch closer and says, "How about now?"
Wait.
I mean, it's legit, isn't it? Like,